Wednesday the 25th of September 2013, I'm just leaving the guest house and heading towards Marco Polo Bridge, which is about 2 hours out of town apparently. And this is the Hutong where I'm living. Just at the end of the Hutong is a school, and there's some kids going up to school. Interesting thing is in the morning they play classical music for the kids. There's a few of the kids saying hello to me. A couple of hellos. This is inside the school. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Hello. It's now about 10 o'clock in the morning, actually 9:30, and you can see what a beautiful day it is. About low 20s, nice cooling breeze, great day for a walk. And just heading over to the subway, which is across the road there, get a ticket. 3 changes of train and a bus to Marco Polo Bridge. It's taken 3 trains and about an hour to get to this location, and now I've got to get the 4:59 bus. I've got to find the bus stop first. First I have some brunch. These people here haven't got even one word of English, so I've had to draw a picture of a pig and cross it out, and draw a picture of a chicken and tick it. I think I'm getting hot chicken and a Coke. Now on a bus, Chinese bus. There's the conductor on the right, the bus driver at the front, and it cost me 1 yuan, which is probably around 15 cents for this trip. Just walked down the street, it's probably just over a kilometre down to the turnoff for the Lugao Bridge, also known as Marco Polo Bridge in the guidebooks. And this is the turnoff to the Lugao Bridge. I wasn't expecting a security check to enter the bridge, but then again it was destroyed by the Japanese about 200 years ago. So the Chinese still a bit worried. I'm surprised there is admission to visit this bridge, but luckily I'm an old bastard, over 60, and I get half price, so it's 10 yuan instead of 20. Well, this is my reason for getting out of Beijing, and I'm a little bit surprised because I didn't realise it's such a tourist attraction, because a lot of people didn't know about it. But then they call it Lugao, and I call it Marco Polo Bridge. They didn't understand. A whole bunch of students here, various classes, and we're looking now down at the Lugao or Marco Polo Bridge. This has turned out a bit of a surprise for me because I was expecting to be on the bridge by myself, and looking at the photos shows no one on the bridge, but there's hundreds and hundreds of kids here. Turned out a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky, probably mid-20s and nice cool breeze. This bridge was built by Marco Polo in 1189. That's 824 years ago, and it has 10 columns. It's one of the oldest of this type of bridge in the world. Part of it was destroyed by the Japanese in the Sino-Japanese wars and rebuilt. There are 10 columns, 10 piers, and then at the top of the bridge are hundreds of these lions, all with different expressions on their face. Some of the hundreds of lions that are on the bridge. This is the Harris lion, the angry one. I think this one's smiling, so this would be Zach's lion. Well, this could be Zach, it's a cheeky looking lion. And this is an old and wise one, so this would be Sharon, the thinker. I had to walk off the bridge and through a village to get this angle because there's no easy access to this particular area. I want a better shot of the bridge. The sun's shining on it, so you say, well, it's only a bridge. Well, it is only a bridge, but it was built 824 years ago by Marco Polo. It was built to get his armies across this river, and then it was partly destroyed by the Japanese and then rebuilt. If you look at the top, you can see all the lines on the top of the railing, hundreds of lines. There's 10 piers, 265 metres long, so Harris would take about 34 seconds to run across it. And this man is just fishing next to the bridge. It's caught himself a little mullet, it looks like, or it could be a herring. It's got quite a few of them. More guys fishing off the bridge, even though it's got a big sign saying no fishing, no swimming, no skating. So that's the Marco Polo Bridge. Time to head back to Beijing. Of course, the Marco Polo Bridge has been replaced by a modern bridge. We're looking along the river here. We can see in the distance, probably only a kilometre away though, there's the new bridge. The hundreds of kids are now gone and heading back over the bridge to where I entered the bridge. In the middle of the bridge there's a tablet written in Chinese, Japanese, looks like maybe Russian. It says historic site of the old bridge. The renovation of the Lugao Bridge was started in December 1986 and completed in July 1987. In order to show the historic site, parts of the old bridge stones were open to tourists. Please protect the relics. There's 501 of these carved lines, and the bridge actually took 3 years to build. In 1937, part of it was destroyed by the Japanese during the war with China. Amazing, I've nearly got the bridge to myself. They actually said it was an incident that happened on this bridge that started the war between the Chinese and the Japanese in July 17, 1937. Yeah, the bridge is nearly clear now, after hundreds and hundreds of kids being here about half an hour ago. Also mentioned that the width of the bridge is about 9.5 metres. Enough for 2 carriages to pass quite easily. Half an hour ago there was hundreds and hundreds of kids here, and now there's absolutely nobody. This wall and roof, which you can see at the end of the bridge, has an interesting story. It's the entrance to Wanping town. It says here Wanping town is the only intact town with 2 gates in the north part of China in order to defend the capital against the peasant rebel. Beijing, the Ming dynasty ordered a eunuch to conduct the construction of the town and named it Gongji Town, Guardian Supreme Town. The county seat of Wanping was moved here in 1928, then was named Wanping Town. There are 2 gates, one in the east and one in the west. The town is 640 metres long from east to west and 320 metres wide from north to south, take up a total area of only 20 hectares. In July 1937, a Marco Polo Bridge incident outbroke. Till today there are bullet scars in the wall of the Wanping town by the Japanese troops. In 1961, Wanping town was included in the first national point, the Cultural Object Protect Unit, by the State Council of the PRC. Sorry about the reading, but that's how it's written. Doesn't quite make sense, but anyway, this is the only town in the northern part of China that has 2 intact gates, or 2 entrances. It's a planned town. This is the 2-gate entrance into Wanping town, and looking back towards Marco Polo Bridge, which is in the background there. Sometimes it's very hard to read their signs because the English translation isn't really correct. This is the planned town, the only town in northern China with a double gate entrance, and this is the guardhouse on top of the gates. One of the traditional houses that forms part of the town. The town stretches down there for 640 metres. So if we start the story again, apparently an emperor in the Ming dynasty sent his eunuch up here to establish a town to protect them from a peasant revolt. He built this town with a double gate, and in the walls there are bullet holes which resulted from the Chinese and Japanese incident that happened on the Marco Polo Bridge, which is just behind me. After another 2 hours on the train, back in Beijing or Peking, and this is your genuine Peking duck inside the fruit and veggie and fish market inside the supermarket, and some genuine fresh fish inside the market. The ones on the right here were fresh yesterday when I came. Actually there's tortoises in there as well, some mullet down there, black bream, silver bream, crab and various other things in here. We just ordered fried noodles. This guy's going to make it for me. This is a little cafe in the back of the supermarket. So we've got lettuce and carrots here, and just put in various things: salt, oil, sesame, soy sauce looks like. Mix it all around. There's onion there as well. So it looks like lettuce, carrots and onion. You can add the noodles to that. Here comes the noodles. Some more oil and salt, I think. And soy sauce. And garlic, it looks like. Fresh garlic. One more for good luck. $7 is about $1.10, $1.20. It's now about 7 o'clock, actually right on 7 o'clock, and I've just got a train to Wangfujing, and apparently this is where the food market and the clothing market's located. So let's see if we can find something for the boys. This place is more like Ginza than Petaling Street. However, we have found somewhere I can eat in safety. Look at this now. Muslim restaurant. We got all the favourites here. Kentucky Fried Chicken, McDonald's behind me. And this is the main market area. Big screen TVs. Just feels like I'm in Ginza. However, Chinese version looks like the cheap goods are down this alleyway. And by the way, I didn't have dinner yet. It's only 7 o'clock, so I'll try that Muslim restaurant later on. I'm in one massive long food hall. It's about 100 metres. We're in the nutty area now. Chinese satay man. Quite exciting place, so good vibe here. Plenty of food. Hundreds of these little stalls, they're only about 3 or 4 metres wide. Chairs and tables out the front. Great little area to eat. Someone up there putting on some kind of play. section of the market. Mixates, Canadian makers, I think they're all pork. Calico's pork. More food stalls. There's fruit here. Fish on a stick. Sardine. More fruit here. And then what they are, cake. So I've decided to get into a bit of fruit. This has got pawpaw, pineapple, kiwi fruit, and strawberries, 15 yuan, somewhere around $3. Quite expensive. Fruit dipped in syrup, stick, $2. Fried ice cream. These like little birds on a stick. Here's great, $5 for 2 birds on a stick. A good way to mark your drink, put dry ice on the bottom, make it look like it's smoking. There's more of them in here. This market, of course, like most markets, got just about everything. Does anyone want a Chinese lantern? Okay, I've seen it all. Had to go home. Just wanted to take a shot of this. A number of these big screens here, very popular in Japan, in Tokyo, and now in China. And then the Dongan department store. So it's becoming very Japanese here, copying a lot from Japan.